Can we talk about Gene Okerlund already?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Why? You know why you forgot about it? Because we're guilty.
Talking about R.
We
Kelly.
feel guilty about it.
We feel guilty.
We put Gene Okerlund
You're right.
in our halls of shame.
We probably contributed to his untimely death.
No, I thought that at first, but I don't think that anymore.
I heard that he had a bad fall.
Yeah, and I didn't.
So what if he was listening to you say something bad about him?
Say that.
And then he fell down.
Yeah. I'm trying not to delve too deep into the actual cause, but I like his cracked ribs were involved, I think. And
yeah. Well, Gene, his last line of his Hall of Fame induction speech was that he would want to be buried face down so his critics could kiss his ass. So
nice.
He was talking to us.
Oh,
I'll gladly kiss his ass.
That's beautiful.
He was. Do you know what? Okay, Mean Gene Okerlund was the first adult I saw like on TV where I was like, he's a professional.
Oh,
like I was.
Gosh darn.
6 years old.
Perfect
6 years
tie.
old, and I was like, that man's a professional. He's got a great voice.
Mm-hmm.
He's engaged with his interview subjects. He gets information out of them.
Not a hair out of place.
Yeah,
and not that much hair, but
not that much hair, but
the way
it was in place.
Yeah, but it was perfectly in place.
And that voice,
his collar, perfectly. You know, he knows how to tie a tie. He knows how to wear a coat. He knows how to hold his stick, and that voice. Yeah, it's like not a baritone. It's like this mid-range kind of level that really paired nicely with the extreme Hulk Hogan's and you know.
I wonder what he did to take care of his voice. He had to have some sort of regimen.
No,
because he never lost it. Like he probably like
so?
drinking like a certain kind of tea,
as like a
doing vocal
as
exercises,
like a rock and roll lead singer would do, you know, like
or just like maybe he would like run through a tape or something of like la 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 la
me.
Yeah,
it's all about me.
So I was watching.
No, he was gifted. No, he no. I don't think
he
so.
prepared.
I don't think.
Your voice is a muscle. It's like a muscle.
But a true talent like that is an entity. It's a gift, and he just was. He just was Gene Okerlund. He didn't have to work at that, and that's what's so great about it. Okay. He didn't train. When you train to become something, you're not as good as if you already are that thing. He was born bald with a microphone in his hand.
Don't you feel like a professional to that level would do like maintenance and take care of their instrument?
Not if you're traveling with the boys.
How much traveling with the boys did he do besides like hitting the nitros every now and again? And then, I mean, they would do
That's
a lot of pre-tapes.
That's a good question.
He didn't travel.
He probably traveled a lot more in WCW than WWF.
Yeah, because he'd have to hit those nitros.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and that's why he was so disgruntled
do a lot
and
of studio
angry
work.
because it's like, oh, this is on my own. Like, you know, he was flown. He was working in New York. He was provided travel was already booked for him, and he had to figure that out probably for himself.
WCW definitely paid for his travel. They paid for everything, man. They spent money
for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from his contract was like
if anybody was like a penny pinching, it's Vince, especially before now.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah. And then all the WCW people got guaranteed money. They got their travel paid for.
Yeah, but this was before, though. This was before the NWO. You know, Gene Okerlund broke into WCW.
They were starting to spend money because Turner bought them.
Okay.
And Hogan was there.
Yeah,
they were starting. True. They're rolling that ball.
So why was he so angry in WCW? I'd be like, because it rules.
Because
he's a professional.
The quality of work started to diminish, and he saw it.
Yeah, but it's like your travel's comped. Like, that would be awesome. How could you ever be bothered by that?
One thing I noted. Okay, here's one note I made about Mean Gene. Okay. Is that he is the best seller in the business, and he wasn't even a wrestler. Because you watch him, for instance, all his classic interview segments with Randy Macho Man Savage, just looking at
Cream of the crop.
How he reacts, he's really like, this man's unhinged. Yeah. Like, I better be careful what I say to him, what I do, because he could just rip my head off or do something crazy right now.
Yeah.
So like there's like the cream of the crop. He's like
He told us what we're supposed to be thinking.
Yeah. There was one where he had like a trash can. Did you see that one? He had like a little trash can.
Yeah,
and he throws it. He's like,
snuck it in.
He's like, oh, when he throws a trash can, like, oh my God. Yeah.
What was that jar of candy that Macho? You see
Yeah.
that one? He's like, I'm gonna pour it over your
Pour
head.
the
I'm not
candy
gonna
over
pour it
your
your
head.
I'm gonna pour it over my
own head.
Macho Man, you're unhinged.
Like
Elizabeth,
taking candy from a baby.
Can I pour some candy over your head? And Elizabeth just like stands there.
How about his how he would treat Andre the Giant? Like he would treat him like like Andre the Giant would say just some like nonsensical garbage, but he would just be like, "Show me your hand. Show everybody how big your hand is."
All over the world, and even I used to wrestling when I in San Francisco, and I wrestled in San Francisco for a long time, and I find that now you got a big guy, Big John Stott in there, and I'd be very happy to come back in San Francisco wrestling against, not just against John Stott, but against anyone you want. Because là, in San Francisco, I got lots of friends. Et je voudrais dire une chose, c'est qu'il y a beaucoup de Français aussi à San Francisco. Ça fait bien longtemps que je les ai pas vus. Et si vraiment j'ai la chance de revenir lutter à San Francisco, j'aimerais bien venir vous voir et faire le party comme on avait avant.
Andre, would you be kind enough to hold your hand up for the fans here in the Bay Area? Can our cameraman get a good tight shot of that?
He would always bring it back to his size and like this is like something to be revered and you should be in awe.
Yeah, because he would ask questions like as a one-off, like, oh, so you must have been sought out like by recruiters for sports and professional like football or something, and he'd be like, well, I tried to play football, but
he said something about the
I was
Redskins.
too big, and I felt okay. Well, hold on.
Can I wear your jacket? Can I wear your jacket? Let me see your shoe.
Let me hear you. Let me see you hold that Molson again.
Let me hold your ring. I'll put my 3 fingers in your ring.
Andre the Giant, you blew it.
We're so mean to him.
Why is
okay,
that?
and then what about any time that he would break? Like the way he would just cover his mouth and just like not be afraid to show that something funny is happening.
Yeah, but when he broke, it's when we're supposed to break.
Yeah.
Like I was looking for a woman. I found a lot. Like if we're watching that and he's deadpan, we wouldn't find it funny.
Yeah.
Because he broke and was like, that's funny. You were looking for a woman in
but
San
you found
Francisco,
a lot of men.
and you found a tranny, basically. Like, that's funny. It's like probably not what Dr. Death had anticipated with his promo, right?
Yeah.
And because he has to cover his mouth because it's so hysterical, that's what makes it timeless. That's what makes it hilarious. That's what makes it an incredible moment.
What about when...
what are you doing, Gene? Why are you acting strange?
What about Wendy Richter when she's like, nobody's going to put me on my back and get on top of me. And then he's just like, ah!
Let's take you to Mean Gene.
The wall, it remains to be seen, but I've got to say this. I think Mullah's behind the whole thing, Wendy.
Oh, I do too, and I know she's digging up girls from everywhere that want this belt. Every woman in professional wrestling wants my belt, but I want it too, and I had to fight inch for inch to get this, and I'm not about to lay down on my back and let someone cover me.
I thank you very much. We're going to be right back.
He didn't even try to mask his laugh.
With that one. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
How did you react to that? I mean, I was like, this is like Chris Farley level for me.
I'm not somebody that gets really sad
because we're
when
older
somebody
now.
Old dies.
We're older now, and when someone a celebrity, someone that meant a lot to me as a celebrity that I never met before as a child, Kurt Cobain, I was affected, and it bothered me, and I was down. So I wasn't down. I'm not down.
Yeah, me neither.
But it sucks,
If somebody is 70 years or older, they die, and I was a big fan of them, I just, celebrate their life.
Yeah.
If somebody is under 70 and they die, then I get bummed about. Like I'm still bummed about Anthony
Harris Whittles?
No, Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, Anthony Harris Whittles really bummed me
Like,
out.
nothing. I can't like. I haven't been able to even watch the final season of Parts Unknown because it's too sad.
Yeah.
Like nothing has affected me
Because
more
it's
than
like
Anthony Bourdain.
It's like why? It's like why? Every woman I've ever met loves that man. Loved that man. You know, every wife of a husband who is my friend just is like gaga over this man, and he's smart, he's sophisticated, he's a chef, and that's why depression sucks.
Yeah.
It conquers everything. All of that. All of that. Like
I know.
he had everything.
If
He
there
had
was-
everything.
Yeah, if there was ever anyone I would ever trade lives with, he would
He
be
had
like the
cool
first
tattoos.
on the list.
He had a great taste in music. He was an amazing orator. He was a great writer.
Traveled the world.
Traveled the world, and yet it wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, anyway, Gene Okerlund, man.
R.I.P.
I did want to. Can we juxtapose his training videos with the Hulkster
Sure.
with the Hulkster's heel turn? Because I
Ooh.
watched those videos back to back. So it's like, wow, the
Devastating.
Hulkster was instrumental in getting him in shape for his match against Mr. Fuji. He really shot him how to train, say your prayers, eat your vitamins.
And he was just trying to smoke a cigar at 5 in the morning.
Oh, just thinking
Like you
about that
do.
makes me want to puke.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
That was a little too
How could
extreme.
you wake up and then smoke a cigar?
I'm just
Oh,
doing what I
God.
always do every morning. Yeah, that didn't make much sense.
Yeah, and then so all that showing how their close relationship, and then him turning his back on everybody, and you just really see it in that heel turn when Mean Gene gives that promo. Like he's upset.
Yeah.
He's upset. And he's like, Hulk Hogan,
Yeah, but
you
Hulk
see
Hogan-
all this crap in this ring. You joining these men, this is what you're going to look forward to from now on. And he's like, all this crap in this ring represents these fans,
Exactly,
brother.
the fans. He focused on the
And then he's
Hulk
like, how
Hogan
could
revered.
you say that?
Yeah.
Look at all of this crap in this ring. This is what's in the future for you if you want to hang around the likes of this man Hall and this man Nash.
As far as I'm concerned, all of this crap in the ring represents these fans out here. For 2 years, brother, for 2 years, I held my head high. I did everything for the charities. I did everything for the kids. And the reception I got when I came out here, you fans can stick it, brother.
And then Tony Schiavone, go to hell. The last thing he
Yeah.
said.
But I just
here's
feel
the
like
thing.
he got that over.
he
gets people
But
over.
Hogan revered Okerlund so much that he saw him as a conduit. He wasn't turning his back on him. He was like, you, Gene, need to tell these people why I reacted this way.
Yeah.
Okay? He never said, go to hell, Mean Gene. He said, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. You need to tell them. So
Yeah.
they're still tight. They're
Yeah.
still connected.
Excuse me. Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
I have been with you for so many years. For you to join up with the likes of these two men absolutely makes me sick to my stomach. And I think that these people here and a lot of other people around the world have had just about enough of this man, and you want to put yourself in this group, you've got to be kidding me.
Imagine if he just only went out there and cut a promo without Gene in there. It wouldn't be as effective.
It wouldn't be anything.
And
It
that's
wouldn't
the
be anything.
problem with today's wrestling is we
Yeah.
don't have Renee Young.
And say what you will
she's
about
kind
about,
of there,
the
but she's
booking
a
in
commentator
WCW.
now.
but at least they knew. Like,
Yeah.
wait, you're
We
not going to
need
have Gene
Gene.
Okerlund out there?
Yeah.
Like, then that's a mistake.
Yeah.
At least they did that. And they created, dare I say, the greatest moment in wrestling history. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, that.
It's really
up
hard
there
to,
in my top
it's
five.
hard to argue
It's in my
with
top
that.
five.
It's hard to argue with
it's in
that
my
moment.
top five.
Yeah.
And then just the trash. And he's just holding to in a perfect suit.
Yeah.
He looks perfect.
And like not reacting to stuff getting thrown at him.
No, he's reacting to Hulk Hogan.
He's reacting
How
to Hulk
dare
Hogan.
you?
And only looking at
How
Hulk Hogan.
dare you turn your back? What do you have to say?
After all we've been through
yourself.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you cut that to, what happened? When did that? Like to the initial promo when he beat the Iron Sheik. And he's just like, this is for all the Hulkamaniacs. This is for you, Mean Gene. This really turns me on, man. He said, this turns me on. And they were just so jovial. And then that contrasted with, with Bash at the Beach is just stunning.
Imagine if we had somebody at that level, like a real
Today.
professional that like builds a relationship with all of the wrestlers.
It ain't Michael Cole.
That
You
could-
need that.
That could
That's
get
a
them
huge
over.
component.
We just
And
don't have that
it's
anymore.
not, you don't just say, well, he's Mean Gene. He was the best. Right, but who's the next Mean Gene?
Yeah,
This
we
needs to
don't have
grow.
one.
We loved Mean Gene, and we want that saga, that legacy to continue. We want the next Mean Gene, and that's why wrestling sucks now.